These are definitely the most disrespectful and unsportsmanlike moments throughout league history. Starting this video off comes Joel Embiid and Montrezl Harrell. Harrell attempted to just wrap up and foul Embiid to avoid getting scored on, but the 76ers center took it personally. The result looked exactly like this.
Oh, Embiid used the shoulder into the face of Harrell. Now Harrell almost tackles him, and watch out!
You could definitely expect some more Embiid moments coming around throughout the rest of this video, because Embiid sticks around in this next moment, triggering half of the Brooklyn Nets roster, Jared Dudley in particular. Yes, that Nets legend Jared Dudley. Embiid hit center Jarrett Allen with a hard foul, and boy did it draw in reinforcements.
Good feed to Allen, hit high that time by Embiid, and crashing again to the floor, my goodness. Dudley and Simmons into the stands!
For the first time in this video, we don't have an unsportsmanlike moment featuring Joel Embiid. This one involves the Chicago Bulls and Milwaukee Bucks. With the benches in and a blowout already guaranteed, both sides chose to get a little chippy for absolutely zero reason.
It's a beautiful move. Surge and Tristan Thompson mixing it up.
This next one certainly started for a reason though. Jusuf Nurkic obliterated Tyler Herro with a brick wall of a screen, and Herro sprinted back for some revenge against the massive center for the Trailblazers.
Touches the ball and he does at the timeline. Powell into the lane, being ridden by Yurtseven. No, Nurkic flicks a left hand out at Tyler Herro. You can't do that. And now they are separated quickly.
The second that he got the big man's attention, all bets were off. Even a few punches got thrown in there by the looks of it, but maybe they were just trying to shove and missed. Smaller guards taking on larger centers in a scuffle isn't necessarily rare if we're being honest. I mean, Russell Westbrook decided to slam through Denver Nuggets forward Aaron Gordon multiple times before falling over. And when that happened, he took it as the perfect reason to bolt back up into his face and get things rolling.
He works well with Jokic, but who doesn't? Russ bumping into the defender, again bumping into the defender, and now he's going to jaw with Gordon. Here we go.
That's all it is, jawing.
Who else but Russ? Not every time are these disrespectful moments coming against opponents though. LaMelo Ball once got so frustrated on the floor that it carried over when he was walking over to the bench and his teammate was trying to speak to him. Instead of communicating back, Ball shoved him out of the way, and it wasn't received well. Oh, you guys knew that we couldn't go through this entire video without bringing up the infamous battle between LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart. The Detroit Pistons big man took an elbow right to the face and went absolutely ballistic. Not even his teammates and referees could stop him from literally charging after LeBron and his Lakers teammates here.
And you saw Zach LaVine light him up, then Giannis, and then Jason Tatum. And tonight it's their number one guy, Jeremy Grant. Stewart and LeBron. Stewart is hot, and everybody's coming out now.
We also can't forget about the millions of times that Draymond Green chose to be disrespectful. He was certainly going down this route here against Aaron Gordon, but it all started thanks to Gordon's doing. We all know Draymond though. When someone goes after him, they better know that he'll bring it right back. Well, hopefully he doesn't bring it back in the form of kicking or punching another man in the no-no region. Then again, we can't pick and choose here. In this case, he brought it back in perfect Draymond fashion, grabbing Gordon's leg.
That's an offensive foul. Now, the one thing, James Capers, this is now you've got a little something going on there because there's talking afterwards.
Just wait until you all see what we have in store for this next clip, because I don't think I would be able to just take what Steven Adams did to Tony Bradley here. Me personally, I couldn't let this slide. See, Bradley was quite literally picked up and moved out of the way in the middle of a scuffle with Ja Morant. Seriously, we always joke about the dude being Aquaman, but the more we see Steven Adams, the more I think it's the truth. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Steven Adams just said, all right, here, let me take you over here with me.
I think Morant took exception to it.
If you thought that this one was disrespectful, just wait until we show you the final moment in this video. It's gonna blow you away. You don't want to miss it. It's about time we go back into Philly, though this time it's centered around James Harden. The dude got mauled by Boogie Cousins and Austin Rivers and thought to himself, enough's enough. What you're about to see is exactly what followed his breaking point right there on the floor.
He's showing it here tonight. Not afraid of the moment. Another double team. Harden trying to swipe it away. Harden and Cousins get face to face, and we're going to get double technicals.
Psych! Just when you thought that we'd move away from the Embiid moments, we bring it right back into them. Philadelphia strikes once again, and Embiid had just no time for the games that OG Anunoby and the rest of the Toronto Raptors were playing with him. Watch how this skirmish unfolded literally less than 2 minutes into the game. That's how you set the tone.
Likely they're going to take a look at this.
Setting the tone is exactly what some of these players intend to do, but not this time. Rudy Gobert did something that Luka Doncic deemed disrespectful and unnecessary, and it started to turn wild. Though we do have to point out here, Rudy barely touches his foot while walking backwards, and likely didn't even realize he was that close. Doncic certainly did a great job selling his backwards fall, but the arguments that ensued without a doubt featured some words that we can't share on here.
Powell slams it.
You know, went one play before going back into Joel Embiid and the 76ers. I'm starting to realize that this is a very telling video for how they instigate or play basketball down there, but you can't fault that talent, that's for sure. Regardless, Embiid and Kevin Durant get straight into it, and it carries over throughout the entire game. The disrespectful comments were shared the rest of the night.
There's KD trying to guard Embiid. Wow, he plowed right into him, and a foul called as Embiid went right into Durant. And they're going back and forth. They're going back and forth. We've seen this before in the previous matchups this year with Embiid and KD having words. And I'm here for it.
In this video, we can't just talk about the unsportsmanlike comments that come from people on the floor. Sometimes the worst disrespect comes from fans sitting courtside and just laying into some of their most hated players for absolutely no reason at all. In this moment, Luka was walking into the locker room before catching some nasty words from a Phoenix Sun fan.
That's why the fans, as Luka walking back to the Mavs locker room, was having words with a fan and had to be restrained.
No Phoenix or Dallas here, as Draymond and the Nuggets get into it early on in the postseason. Nikola Jokic quickly fell to the floor holding his face after a smack from Draymond. Though it looked more like a flop from the few angles we've gotten of it, Draymond and Aaron Gordon met once more to get into it after the star player went down. I think it's fair to say that these two don't like one another all that much lately.
Certainly unintentional. And now Green and Gordon exchanging words.
Hassan Whiteside's time with the Utah Jazz wasn't very long, but boy did he make sure to become enemies with a multitude of players around the league. The first was Luka. Whiteside fouled him hard going to the rim and stood over him to help him back up. Apparently, other Dallas starters thought he was showboating for a minute and rushed over. There was no going back.
It doesn't seem to matter. Oh, look out. Looked like Whiteside made a clean play. Doncic didn't appreciate perhaps the extra contact.
Not long after, Whiteside gets into it again, this time with JaMychal Green and the Nuggets. Whiteside was boxing out with Green as they both attempted to get in position for a rebound. Green probably should have known that Hassan's a few inches taller and stronger, but he wasn't going to back down from a challenge. Unfortunately for both of them, this is what happened as a result of that.
He'll try to cleave his way inside. Got it. Foul. Biggest lead. Oh, we got 7. We've got pushing. We've got separation. And the benches will try to stay put.
Well, I highlighted before, Hassan Whiteside, JaMychal Green were kind of barking at one another, and JaMychal Green is still upset.
Just wait until we get to the end of the video, because it features none other than Draymond Green doing one of the most shockingly disrespectful things that I've personally ever witnessed on a basketball court. We aren't done just yet, because we have one of the most disrespectful plays of them all coming right here in the first round between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Utah Jazz. Not only did it cause multiple known stars to get into a scuffle, but it also resulted in lovable big man Steven Adams getting elbowed in the face with nobody even batting an eye.
It looked like Crowder and Adams. It was Westbrook. Crowder reacted. Crowder had something to say. He didn't know Adams was there. I don't know about that.
We all know the dude can take it. He didn't even flinch, but you can't just be doing my man like that. Look, tensions run high sometimes, especially when you're struggling to get wins. That's what happened here between Julius Randle and Cam Johnson. All Johnson did was send a minor shove to Randle's back when he realized that his team's jump shot went in and he didn't have to rebound. Even with the Knicks up on the scoreboard, Randle exploded and turned around to face him. Check out how the rest of this confrontation played out.
Two that you wanted to see all the time. No doubt, big time 3 from Fournier. And we got a little scuffle underneath. Julius Randle push Cameron Johnson.
Jerry.
Sometimes all it takes is a simple step to really get a fight to break out, though it's understood that stepping over somebody is a sign of disrespect in the league. Here, Nick Claxton finished off a dunk at the rim and stumbled over a falling Joel Embiid, but then he stepped over him while making direct eye contact. Sure felt personal to me, and I'm not even on the floor. As something that we've got grown to expect in this video, and from Embiid in particular, that's not gonna fly here. Watch what happened.
He'll come the other way. Mikal Bridges.
It looked like, did Embiid trip Claxton? Or because it looked like he was looking over him after that finish there by Claxton. Claxton was standing over.
Then finally, we come to the most recent unsportsmanlike moment that the league has shown us. It comes between Draymond and Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis did start this whole thing by grabbing at the foot of Draymond while lying on his back, but never in my life have I seen somebody react in the way that Draymond did. How often can you really say that you watched a basketball player stomp on another basketball player's chest? Not that often. I think that's more than enough to get it listed as one of the most disrespectful moments in the league from recent memory.
Monk puts it up. And Curry's got the board. Green gets tied up. And a technical has been assessed. Sabonis is down.
Let me say this. Draymond stepped on him, but Sabonis grabbed his leg first.
If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to click the one that appears on your screen now, as YouTube themselves handpicked it.